Okay, I think we're back. Really not sure at all what just happened there. I hope it's not something to be concerned about. Okay. I'm seeing myself live on here. I hope that's representative of what's happening on YouTube. Yeah, I think it is. I think it's working. For some reason I just lost connection to a server and got put into a web browser on my PlayStation 4. But thankfully, you didn't miss anything in the boss fight because it's still going on. When the game kicked me from it, in order to go into the stupid menu thing that it put me in, it did also pause the game, so yeah, what I was saying though is, in a collectivist system, nobody matters. Like, everybody matters, it means nobody matters. The fuck, man? And there are points where you have to accept that the greater good is actually not what's the best for everybody. What's best for everybody is that everybody individually is able to do what they want to do, even if other people don't like it. Obviously that's to the exclusion of hurting other people. But the most important, being able to communicate your needs and desires to other people. Taking a lot of hits from that single attack, by the way. Shockwave's doing some bits here. Yeah, being able to communicate what you want and what you need to other people is really important, because we, as much as some people like the idea, we are not a collective, we are just a group of individuals. For all we are a social species, we're not actually a hive in the way that bees or ants or the gek intend to be. We are a social species in the context of our own friendship and family groups, but in the wider context, we're very, very individual creatures. The idea that what's best is for everyone is what's best for everyone individually is just not true most of the time. Quite often the freedom to be a nuisance or a pain to the people around you is the most important thing. Because the means that the alternative is enforced is the worst possible thing for anyone to have. I've used a lot of restorative items. Not that I'm short on them. I haven't bought any either. This is just what they like. That's everything I've just found. I think we're getting close though. It's low health now. Frankly, I don't trust people who are too social. I don't trust, I don't like them. I think if spending all your time around other people is your idea of a good time, I think there's something I don't like about you. No more for the server yields. What do you want this time? More weird junk? My business already, my. Figured I should get over it and save us both some time. You're a clever one, aren't you? Well, when the heavens offer succor, it's poor form to refuse. Father Servo requires a silver ore, a pristine screw, and a broken battery. That's more than last time. Error, bad file pathway, buzzed. Stop it, I know you're not broken. Let's go, Ari.
Target location data obtained. Marking on map.
I will make sure I'm a higher level before I attempt the final stage of that, don't worry. We do at least appear to be back online after that weird problem we had. I thought for a minute something was wrong with the account. I'm glad that's not the case, or it seems not to be. Ooh, level 23 big Tyrannosaurus robot. Oh, we haven't seen that for a while. Yeah. Judgment cut. End. There's a good variation. There's a good enemy variation in this game. I'd be actually quite intrigued to go over the footage afterwards and see just how long that fight with the Father Servo took me, including the unfortunate gap. We're still on live stream number 2 though. Technically. I do not recognise this music. No, it's gone. Oh. Hello. You with Yola, right? I know I'm a bit out of the blue, but can you help me? I've got something of an emergency on my hands. It seems some machine life forms have stolen plug-in chips. If they realise, sure, we'll help. Send you the signals so you can get them. They're all in the city, so it shouldn't take too long. No problem, dude.
Signal code detected for missing plug-in chip. Marking approximate location on map.
Thanks, Pod. I think you have to kill some robots and then get after them, don't you?
Hang on, 2B. This machine is still alive.
So destroyed.
Maybe we should hold off. Its main drive has been trashed, so there's no way it can attack us. And we might be able to learn something interesting if we study it.
If you say so. Nines. Ah! What an ambush! Is that the thing I needed? No, it wasn't. Oh well. I did wonder when that side quest would become available. It's another one of my favourites. You're going to keep hearing me say that is one of my favourites, but because they all are. You can take fall damage in this game, by the way. We can learn more about the machines. Don't you think it's at least worth a shot? If you say so. We need a pristine screw. We'll be able to find there as remnants in the enemies. Followed search for the locations of
Target location data obtained. Marking on map.
Thanks, Bob.
You know, I'm still not sure any of this is a good idea.
The more data we have, the better, right?
I think there's something I need on top of him, isn't there? Am I misremembering that? This is another thing not enough games do that I love. Permanent changes to the environment based on story progress. Quite often you get minor changes or, you know, kind of background changes, but very rarely is it something like this that's like a whole new area within the game. A small area, but an area that you can explore and do things with. And who will, as far as I'm aware, be here for the remainder of the game. At least this part of the game. Fairly certain it's on here, but I don't remember where. Anybody know? No. That's its head. This is a background bit. No, I don't remember where it is. Oh well, maybe we'll get it later. Yeah, we'll do it at some point. Was I just killed completely? Yeah, I like that body report. I'm amazed that did that much damage to me. Was I less than half? Was I half health? I don't remember. Where did I save? I like that as a loading screen though. Tell me I'm back in the fucking fairground.
This is a good idea.
The more data we have, the better, right?
Oh well, off we go. But yeah, that robot, that huge machine will now stay there for the rest of the game. Permanent change to the environment that actually really livens it up. That obviously the gap in the air will keep up. Yeah, I know, right, Joseph? I have to run all the way back. It is nice having an area that's big enough to explore but small enough that you can actually run the course of the entire map in like a minute or two. Still persists that the best thing about Dark Souls is the one bit that very few other games have actually copied successfully, which was the map is the level design. That ability where everything seems huge and takes a long time to get through it all, but I really wish I could knock them out of that. Nice work, Nines.
What is this?
Analysis. It is a cave caused by the collapse of an open space underground.
Why is there such a huge cavern beneath the city?
Shot to cut to.
Leave him alone. He's a child.
What time is it? Jesus, 10:30. I've been streaming this game for like, what, 3.5 hours? I can go a bit more. I can go a lot more actually, if I'm honest. I love this game. Where is my body? This actually makes more sense than most games that have the kind of body retrieval system too, doesn't it? Because it literally is my body that's been left on the ground somewhere. Yes, I would very much like you to do that again. Thank you. Don't make me get hit because I'm hit. Oh, he's level 26. Well, that makes a bit more sense. Get rid of him, shall we? Break armor. Dodge, woman. Let's try not to let the same mistake happen again, shall we? Pretty much an anti-air attack there, isn't it? You can't do a lot if I just stand on the ground. There you go. Well, that was slightly embarrassing, but we made up for it. I'm not the only one, though.
Requested material left.
We can use this screw to repair that big machine.
What do we use it for? We'll use it for the big machine. That's the race robot. A couple of side quests of just racing him over areas. A lot easier when you get your movement speed up with your chips. 47 minutes exactly later. Let's see what we got. Content. I'm not going to read it. This thing can talk. Seems to be replaying some kind of data. Don't have a conscious mind, you know. Don't they? Managed to pull some data out of its memory. It seems to be the info on the factory where it's constructed. Save it in a readable format, along with £3,000. Jeez. Is everything? No, it seems there's more. But I need additional parts. 4 pristine screws and a large gear. Well, I guess let's go find that.
Did you learn anything from the factory data?
Just how it was manufactured. Pretty boring, actually.
There's still a lot about machines that we don't understand. Gather as much data as you can, no matter how irrelevant it may seem.
Good advice. I forgot why I'm even here. You're a betrayer, that's right.
She was Austin Powers' missus in Austin Powers the...
I have a lot of stuff to do here. You're a bit. I mean, once we get one, I hate having that much red. I hate having had that much red on my screen. There are some robots in there.
Signal code detected for missing plug-in chip. It is likely in the possession of a machine life form.
Did it? That looked quite good by the end. I took a lot of hits though. I'm by no means an expert in this game. I just like it a lot. Foolish doll saw a lost machine during the last decisive battle. I'll pray for Smur. Good old Smur. And I shall retrieve your 10G, really? Oh, 46G. No, that's not better at all. Where are the Aura betrayers? Anybody remember? We ready for the best ladder in the world? Yeah. If I just hold it, yeah, that's faster. I don't remember where they are. I guess we'll just run around until we find them. That's all we've been doing so far. I really hope they do end up making a... Can't get through there yet, can I? Have to open it from the other side. Going to die from this. Nope. Just a bit of damage. So... Are they over there where the flight suits were? That sounds... familiar? There's an item that's almost as good. No, it's not. I'm lying. It's not as good. It's nowhere near as good. It's not even worth pointing out. Is the box I can't open yet? And nobody. I feel like they're in this building though. Am I crazy? Anything in here? No. We're pretty much just retracing the steps we've all already done. I'll follow the stairs though, keep an eye out for them. To be honest, I thought initially they were in that building where the guy was who asked me to get stuff for him, but clearly that's not the case. No. No, not here. See, I remember the main story, I remember all the main points in that, but a lot of the side quests kind of blend together in my memory. I'd have to go and look elsewhere. That's your betrayers. That's machine examination, machine, etc, etc. Your betrayers. There is a weird one. Let's go see what that is. Oh, it's the stupid race robot. I forgot. Well, he's not there then, are they? I'll head to the factory instead. This isn't the wet factory. I need to go on the bridge. Fuck me. It kind of has Metroidvania elements to it, I guess, as well. I mean, that's the thing. That's kind of absent from Dark Souls level design. Every time you go to an area, actually no, you know what? There are some areas where you need keys and stuff. Ignore me. That's stupid. But most of the time in Dark Souls, if you can get to the place at all, you can get to all of it. In this, there's a bit more of an element of you can get to the some of the place, but you can't get to all of it. You have to come back. You have to open a shortcut. You have to, etc. Not a lot, to be fair. There's the occasional thing. The factory's the big one. That's where they are. They're behind here, aren't they? Aren't they?
They're from your hub.
Alert. Targets are rogue units 22B
Yeah.
and 64B, currently designated for detention.
They've come for us, idiot! Prepare to engage and inform the captain!
You're both currently wanted by command for desertion. Disengage and surrender immediately.
Shut your trap!
Where was my circle attack? Come on. There. That's better.
The captain is ordering a retreat! Understood!
Cowards.
They got away.
Anything here worth taking? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, I think my favourite thing about these games is that they always start with a quite simple, not very interesting still, but not very imaginative premise. Like I said, this one is essentially you're a robot fighting robots. You're an android fighting robots. Just kill all the robots. Simple enough, but then the further you get into the game, the more I guess the more complex, the more layers of the story are revealed to you, the more interesting it gets. And so you start just with a bunch of robots attacking you, you fight them, you get to Earth, you start to find robots that are not aggressive, and so you start thinking, oh, what's going on? Then you find more and more that have lots of different things, usually in the forms of side quests. Then you start to find your own troops who are not fighting either, for various reasons. And it's slowly being revealed to you that no is not as it seems in the world of Nier Automata. And it'll do that several times. You'll get this kind of build-up followed by a big reveal of what's actually happening, usually. Where are they? I do not remember. You know what, we'll go back to the camp, shall we?
Victoria Beckham, about 10 years ago.
Yeah, we'll go back to the camp. I'm not going to run around that building again. They have a big reveal at the end of whatever that section of story is about what's happening. Then you're like, oh, so this is how things are, right, we'll go from here. And then you start to go, and then there's another reveal that reveals that wasn't quite what's happening either. This is dumb. No. There you are. Oh, you're living every day on the straight and narrow? It's a fleeting moment. We must fly straight like an arrow so we never lose our way. I'll take you on. I'm not going to beat him, but I'll try it the first time. So you can see the path, right? Finish line's over there. Simple. 3, 2, 1. Oh, exactly, doing countdown. go! I should really put all my speed upgrades and things in. They can't even hurt me, why bother? Go up. Oh, yes, did it. Only just though. Zounds, you're fast. Not fast, but you know what I mean. I'm excited to test your skills again. Let's quiver. This one I definitely won't win. The first one I was doubtful on. It's only because I knew the route. This one I don't remember particularly well. Is that allowed? Over there. So I need to go around to the right and then left, right? And he can just fly straight, but he's kind of slow. And yeah, I definitely need my speed boosts to be able to do this, I think. No, you bastard. It's faster than me. Yeah, as soon as I saw him there, I knew. Need to be able to cover that ground quicker. Never mind, we'll do it another time. First, where am I? There are stories back at main camp. You know what, we'll go back and do storyline at the main camp. Which is which direction? I just didn't pay any attention at all where I was supposed to go. Get round to the, yes. Across from that was stupid. The hell was that? I'm an idiot. I know I'm an idiot. Don't need to tell me I'm an idiot, because I know. Tree seeds. They mentioned it early on as well, how enormous all the plants and the animals have become. Never really explained why. I mean, obviously, I don't remember if they haven't explained it later, but they haven't explained it yet, at least. I love the idea of huge nature. Like, we don't actually get skyscraper-sized trees. You get the huge redwood things in America that are probably the biggest. But we don't get properly huge plants these days. It's nice having a home to go back to, don't you think? What's this about? It's just starting to understand why humans live in houses is all. You have your own room in the bunker. Yeah, but it's hard to relax in the bunker. Yeah, I can imagine it is. I'm needing recovery. Let's have a short break, shall we? Yeah, I'll save. Yeah, I want to continue. We'll go a little bit longer, maybe another hour or so. We'll see how far we get. But we have a quest to do. Something wrong? From Yora? No, I suppose the thing is, I recently came out the losing end of a scuffle with some machines. Corrupted a bit of my memory, which is serious pain. Take these photographs. I have no idea why they were taken. I only know they're important. That's the desert oasis bit. That's obviously the thingy. That's the waterfall. The waterfall's in the forest, I think. I know you're busy. If you could help me, sure, I'll help you. Thanks so much. Found the location. Send me the coordinates. Hopefully, it'll help me with my missing memories. Sure thing. Know where two of them are. Actually, I know where all three of them are, but I can only get to two of them. The head is amazing. Put this on, you can see the whole world. Reading mail is inconvenient. It's hard to see the 3D map. What's the currency? What's a black box? It's hard to see the 3D. Camera doesn't have good resolution, so you can't see fine detail. Other androids are also dissatisfied, but that's the way it is. Walk on your own feet and discover yourself. Hint, hint. Just have to get used to it. It's the currency. Take apart the enemies, destroy them, and use their reconstructed parts. Okay. What does G stand for? It's classified. I don't have any questions. Yeah, it was G in Drakengard as well. I don't know what it's.
One looks like the amusement park.
Oh, the pictures.
One looks like the desert. And one looks like the forest.
We haven't been to the forest
Keep
yet.
our eyes open next time we're in any of those areas.
Sure thing, Nines. Let's shop. Okay, I was going to... I don't have anywhere near the resources I need for that. I never do. I never try to upgrade the pod. I really should. We were going to upgrade XP again, weren't we? Let's fuse them. Oh, that's what we need, definitely. I'm going to fuse the weapon attacks into one. I'm going to fuse some more weapon attacks. We do need another weapon attack plus one, then we can get a lot. Oh, we have weapon attack. Perfect. Let's use that one. Fuse them, then we fuse them, and then we fuse them. And we have a weapon attack plus 4. It's 15% damage. So good. I think we wanted movement speed up, didn't we? Movement speed plus 2. Excellent. Drop rates, evade range. Do we want evade range? We'll get them all. We'll get a bunch of them as high as we can, and then I only have 1,000 now. Let's see what we can do with what we've made. I'll stick with my. Oh. We'll put the laser on the other pod as well, just in case we want to change up. Let's go all chips. So we want EXP gain, definitely. We want weapon attack up, definitely. Well, ranged. I used ranged attack a lot. I like having shockwave. Is that worth it? That's probably useful. It just saves me ever healing. Movement speed. Evade range can't fit now though. So what can we get rid of? Is auto item use worth it? Shockwave probably isn't actually, when I look at it. Keep coming out of it when I mean to stay in it. I'm an idiot. That's equipped. You can't equip things that are already equipped. Moron. Evade range. Range defense. What did I want? Why am I stupid today? Ranged counter. Not fast cooldown. I am all chips, aren't I? I don't want drop rate really. Evade range is good. It's less than 5, so. Got auto use item. Is there a minor shockwave I can use? Not really. Smallest one's that. Oh well, That'll do. Wait, didn't I used to have all my system around? Because I like the system ones on, honestly. Weapon attack, shock. Oh, I've got a shockwave on. Okay. That's fine then. Defense, HP up, deadly heal. Yeah. And then support, we got evade, moving speed, EXP gain, and auto using items. Auto using items probably not essential, but I'll stick with it for now. Weapon dude. I need 2,500 to upgrade my virtuous treaty. I mean, it's way less than like, but it does increase my speed, so it's probably worth having if I can get it. What else can I buy though? Beast Lord. I don't really want that. Just gonna get rid of all these as always. Get rid of the E-drug. Most of these are useful for upgrading, as I said last time, but these ones exchange for money. First time I played the game, I didn't realise that these existed. And I went through the whole game holding like tons of them. Why do I have 2 of all of those? Oh, they just take 2. Stupid. No. Maybe I should stop. My mind's starting to fail me. We'll switch to Virtuous Treaty for a bit, shall we? I got so much money now. You can see it's way less damage, but it does increase my speed. Let's see how that goes. I think it's more chips now, actually. Oh, what's this guy sell? Listen to... You can hear my brain moving. It's awful. I could get one for fishing spots, but it's not worth it. Max HP up +1. My HP up's +4, isn't it? Can't upgrade the parts, I need the pieces. Get some evade range. I'm going to combine those two because it's not worth it. We got all of those. Are there any of these that we want? A hammer? You know what, we'll just get them all, just for the sake of it. Anything we want to use, we can use. Take Beast Lord as well. No, we're not going to equip it yet. As soon as I get some pyrite, I'll upgrade it, and then we'll go with that. Lady who Let's Play sends them over every once in a while. Her name's Accord. An important name in this series. She's the proprietor of this here business. I just tend to customers and keep all the repairs humming. When I see her every few years, she usually uses delivery girls to drop things off. Yeah, that's how you do it. Don't know where she gets the stuff, but it's in pretty good condition. If you ever run into her, say hi. You can upgrade the weapons. Depends how much money and stuff you have. Give it a try if you like. I did. Anemone's got nothing, but somebody in here has some story for me. I think it's the girl over here. Oh yeah, I got the music box. I got the music box. Is it the music box? That's it. Where'd you find it? Amusement park. Next to the corpse of an android. Oh. Was she... Well, it's rusty, but it'll work a little. Of course. Thanks for bringing the box. Highly concentrate. Oh, and you two can go in the back. Excellent. I love going in the back. Here we go. We get an item. We get some boxes. Some useless crap. Something carved in the column. 3 numbers. Target point, hidden location. That on the map. 200G. What to do? What to do? Let's ignore him. No, of course we're going to ask. From the bunker, turns out some packages, but I'm out of storage. Superior's in charge of trying to do it. I can't move it. I'll help you. This really confused my brain the first time. I hope it doesn't really confuse me again, because this will be embarrassing.
I can't get them out like this. Ugh, better make a path first.
Well, first thing we need to do is go and get that item. So really we want to be... No, I think we failed already. No, we haven't, have we? Because I pushed this one up to the top. I moved that one down. Can I push 2 at once? That's the question. I don't think I can. Although if I can push that one down and across and I can get that one down the bottom, then I can get the box through. So yeah, this isn't lost yet. This isn't lost yet. Bearing in mind it is the first puzzle and not a particularly difficult puzzle, so it shouldn't be lost already, really. I hope that's just not far down enough and that I... Okay, it may be lost already. No, it can't be lost already, because we can push it. No, because we can't get them out.
Surely humour.
Can I pull the box? I cannot. Okay, then yeah, it's lost already. Let's try again. Let's try again. This time without bothering to get the item. Let's just do the puzzle. I'll help you. I wonder how strong the androids are meant to be in this. Well, this is clearly placed so that I can push it this way, right? So I could have... No, I couldn't have done it. Because this needs to be out the way. Even if I could have got that out of the way, because I'd moved the middle one up to the top, I couldn't do anything with it. This one needs to go up where I'm putting it, so that I can get in that side to push this box out the way, and then I can get the thing out. That's it. Yep. It's weird, just a little puzzle mini game in the middle of your character action game. I like puzzle sections in games though, you don't get them enough. Good puzzles, that is. A lot of games have bad puzzles, but...
Okay, that should be all of the packages.
Perfect. Forgot where the door was. It's a nice little puzzle. It's something I feel is severely lacking in Code Vein. I've been playing that quite a bit. It's a little something for your trouble. Lots of things, actually. Can I do the next one, or...? No, I cannot. Yeah, in Code Vein, the combat's good in Code Vein. It's Souls-like but easier because you've got to. Well, you start out as if you were like maybe mid-tier Souls character from the beginning. Nice. What are we doing? Thank you. But you also have a partner with you all the time, which obviously makes a Souls game way easier. You know what? It's just gone 11 o'clock, so we're going to head up and do the main story, I think. Obviously quite a bit of side game to be done. But we can do that another time. We spent enough time fannying about, frankly. Actually, you know what? There's one right here, so... I feel like this might be more effective for him. A single big static target. Victory. Okay. Pristine screw. Quite a few places you can get them, then, it seems. Honestly, I forget so much of this game. But yeah, Code Vein, you have people with you. The enemies are not as... Actually, you know what? The enemies are probably as challenging as they are in Dark Souls games. I like them better, honestly, than most of the enemies in Dark Souls. But I'm talking about Code Vein, by the way, not this. But aside from it being easier, it's still just as fun, I'd say. The level design is... You can see they're trying to emulate Dark Souls in the way that the platforms are laid out. But obviously it's still just...
That's a weird looking enemy.
You know what? Homing weapon's probably super good against this. Damn, it turned into me. It did way more than I remember. This is a super cool enemy though. Damn it. Can't get up in the air with them around me like this. These are another one that Shockwave helps with a lot. Can't see the thing that's hitting me. It's just the inability to hit it that makes it so hard. That did some, surely.
And yet he's still close.
Just die. They need to be further away from the missiles to be effective.
That looks like you should be wearing that and not that.
Alright. Down to one now. What do you got now? Oh, is it nothing? Yeah, get fucked. But the main thing Code Vein is different to Dark Souls. It's just a God Eater level. All of it. It's just one big God Eater room.
The ground is caved in. There must have been a hollow down there this whole time.
Oh, you were the one
Yeah.
that died out.
And it's really not very interesting to look at. I mean, they do mix it up a bit. They've got a desert town, not unlike this one, Desert City. They've got a snow realm. But mostly it's just big God Eater corridors. And there's nothing wrong with that. It looks pretty enough. And it's varied enough and it's simple enough, but the overall design of the levels is not a rival for Dark Souls by any means. Is this how I'm supposed to get here? Well, it's how I did get here, so... That did it. Chest. Can't open it now. A body. Firin19. A solitary android saw a lost machine in a lush forest. Let's pray for him. Hope he did well. And retrieve his body. Yeah, the areas are not nearly as interesting looking up, and the big thing that it misses from a lot of other action games, I think that might give it the edge over other Souls clones. It hasn't a lot more direct storytelling than they do, but it lacks anything to do other than fight your way between the two rooms that you happen to be in and going toward. I think more puzzle sections, more side quests, more optional extras on the sides will probably help Code Vein quite a bit. Granted, I haven't finished it yet. I still have a couple of bosses left to go. I think 3, based on what I've heard. But and I did do the optional area, at least the first part of it. What's shooting me? But yeah, a lot of it is, it's very, how would you say it nicely? It's distilled Souls gameplay. That is just the fight your way, fight your way, fight your way. Open the shortcuts, run through to boss fight, next area, repeat. Ooh. New enemy type. Titanium alloys. Upgrade materials, obviously. I forget what which upgrade material does and which you need for what. I think the first time I spent ages looking through guides to find how to get all the levels to plus whatever it is, plus 4 or plus 5.
Dead machines. Seems like they've been here for a long time.
Yeah. This is looking like alien spaceship, isn't it, guys? Are we finally here? It looks like we're here.
I don't know. There's nothing like it in the database.
Story time. The aliens, they were real.
Are they dead?
What? How can they be dead?
Destroyed alien motherships.
They've been gone for a long time.
To the grave.
You.
To be! Look out! My name is Adam. The aliens you seek are no longer here. They were wiped out centuries ago. By us. The machines.
Wiped out.
And who knows?
What a twist.
Perhaps we'll wipe out the androids next. Machines are weapons capable of evolution. We can grow. We can become aware. Eventually, the intelligence within our network began to surpass that of our creators. You'd probably be surprised at how quickly it happened. You destroyed your own creators?
Again.
Oh, there's no need to fret about them. They were simple.
That's an interesting concept.
Almost like plants, I guess you'd say. They held no value to us, but the humans on the moon, now they are interesting.
Why then?
Because they are an enigma. They killed uncountable numbers of their own kind, and yet loved equal measure. It's fascinating, don't you think? What could possibly drive such behavior? We have dedicated ourselves to unraveling this riddle of humanity, and now we will allow you to assist us. You were made in an image, after all.
Assist you with what?
It's simple. We need you to locate the humans on the moon and bring them to us.
So they're trying to make a deal.
He doesn't leave the self-shield.
We will then dissect and analyze them in order to drag their secrets forth into the light. Surely you see the attraction in this.
We'd never do that!
Can you believe this, Tilby? This is bonkers. Well, I suppose this concludes negotiations. The only remaining option is to destroy you. The same way we destroyed these pathetic little aliens.
Level up. We won. Or did we? They don't look dead.
This is the fate that befell our creators.
As for your beloved humans, I guess we'll see, won't we?
See what I mean? Big reveal. Big twist in the tale. Not the one you were expecting, I imagine, if you were playing this for the first time.
The aliens were already dead.
Yep. Just got a trophy for getting
Better
this
get
far.
back to the bunker.
The aliens were dead for all along. The robots replaced them ages ago. Look how fast I move with that upgrade. If you get a bunch of them as well, you can really move.
What a pain.
Stop complaining.
Yeah.
Again, talk and dialogue goes a long way. World building.
This is Operator 60. We now have an operational transporter in the city ruins. We're
Excellent.
attempting to deploy them at other points as well.
About time we had access to those.
Care to fill me in?
Transporters? They let you transfer your consciousness to a temporary body back in the bunker. I heard some tech guys talking about it a while ago, but I didn't know they finally got it working. Anyway, I'll mark the positional data on the map.
Another door I can't go in yet. Found lots of them. So, I remember being very confused and not really knowing how to feel at this point.
Hey,
Jackass?
how's it hanging?
You get it.
Your commander told me to build a new access point, so
Here you go.
You could just build
I got the
them.
stupid transporter up and running too.
Thank you.
I've known the commander for a while now. She sure is good at pawning work off on people. Next time you see
commanders
her,
do.
give her some lip for me, will ya?
So this has a transporter now, huh?
Still, transporters are pretty handy. They're way faster than
It's just a
flight
vending
units when it
machine.
comes to traveling between Earth and the bunker. Flight units also leave us open to attack, and they're expensive to operate too.
That looks like it's chafing a bit there. Oh, I'm getting an hour. It's all of it.
I feel like the fact that it wants us to, that it's given us the option, means we should go back to the bunker. There is side story stuff we could do, but I'm not going to right now.
That concludes our report on the events surrounding the alien wreckage. Then they were dead this whole time.
Yep.
The Council of Humanity needs time to formulate a plan. Until then, this information must be kept confidential. Speak of it to no one. Of course, your next mission is to gather additional intel on the individual known as Pascal.
You mean that freaky machine we ran into?
This order comes directly from the Council. Knowledge of such unique individuals is essential for the success of future missions. Understood?
Another item. But at this point, surely, we know half the battle's won then. The aliens are gone. We just have to beat the robots still. Problem is, there's lots of robots. And I suppose in that respect, the aliens being gone doesn't make much of a difference at all. Because the combatants, the one we were actually fighting, are all still there. Something anime does a lot as well. Gives you a setup, kind of a description and vague idea of how the story is going to go, and then just does something completely different. Classified information. Here's the map.
Yeah, the commander sure is a slave driver, huh? And now we have to go back to the city ruins. Why don't we rest a little bit, 2B? It's been a while.
I'll rest if I feel like it.
She's very serious person to be. Wonder what else humans live there. Well, not that I know what it's like on Earth now, but you know what I mean. Yeah. There's a side quest, it seems, in the hangar. Let's see what's going on. I think this is a good one. If it's the one I'm thinking that it is. I don't feel so good. I don't get it. Why? We make peace, does that mean I won't have to fight anymore? Not as much as I do now, at least. So the other ones who talk to the machines, right? Most said the only good machine is a dead machine, and I stand by it. Don't trust a machine ever. They're the enemies of humanity. They killed our comrades. I was struck down Earth like they own the joint. I bet they think we'll accept the terms just to put a stop to the war. I wonder where their boss is hiding. So we all love once we beat the aliens. I wish they'd hurry up and show their slimy faces. 2B, is that you? Yes, but thank goodness. My name's 16D. My instructor 11B was one of the squad mates in the assault on the abandoned factory. Shut down during the battle. What a shame. Closest thing I had to a mentor. So strong and admirable. Home to her body, I don't know. This is my place to be asking you this, but if you run anything of hers, would you bring it back to me? Of course I will. Do you have any information? Black box yet to be recovered, but shut down by the abandoned factory, so it's a good place to start. I forget just how much side stuff there is to do in this, how much time you spend between the main story. I mean, obviously I could just skip straight to the main story, but I avoid doing that wherever I can. Sorry to bring this up, they've got a fish I want to recommend. I want you to eat it so I can see how its oil affects a Yora. Stop by if you get bored. Okay. Feels as if I'm spoken in some time. As it turns out, many stores in our village have recently acquired a number of new items. I want to be sure that everyone from Yora was aware. I'd also be delighted if you commit to memory that there are some out there, despite being machines, who are willing to open their hearts and share such information. Yours in friendship, Pascal.
Man,
Pascal's good.
This job can be pretty rough sometimes, huh?
We don't get to choose our assignments, and you should work on keeping your opinions in check. You're aren't allowed to be emotional, remember?
I think some of us are better at that than others. Speaking of emotion, those Adam and Eve units sure seemed less than logical.
I'm heading to the transporter.
Fine.
Just refused. Just refused to talk. Just all things I've got, aren't they? Not useful here. I suppose I can sell all these. I'm not going to use. When you start getting further in the game and you get machine cores and things, they go really valuable. Nothing since I last did it also. Let's take a break, shall we? Yeah, I want to save. Yeah, I'll continue for now. I'm just going to head back down. I'm not going to stay on much longer. Might do another side quest or two. Are you happy now? Nines. We went and we rested.
It's too late for that kind of shit now.
Go back to the resistance camp. I feel like it's where I'm supposed to go.
30 years too late for that kind
If I haven't said already, I think I have. This idea of a loading screen with booting up your character. Really cool concept. It's a masterpiece, this game. There's no other word for it. It's a masterpiece. Level 20 I am. That's how English speak. We still have the Yora Betrayers. 11B's Memento. We can get that another time. Retrieve Confidential. This fast guy. Stupid dojo shit. Oh yeah, the photographs. Oh, it just tells me where they are. That's weird. It's the resistance disappearance and photographs. I mean, I think when we head out we get a story thing anyway, don't we? So I'm going to keep remembering to save after that death. I don't expect a death earlier. I'm debating whether to play off camera as well in between sessions, just to avoid that kind of thing happening. No, you know what? It's one of the things I like about streaming is that I don't have to worry about whether every second of content is entertaining. If that makes sense. Like, obviously you do, because you're performing, quote unquote. You're providing entertainment, but part of it is that we're just playing the game. We're just sat, we're talking, we're thinking, we're having a chillaxed, relaxed Friday night with some Nier Automata. Automata. I much prefer Automata. I'm trying to debate what I want to talk about as opposed to wait for the game to reveal later on. I just noticed there's stuff over there. Oh, that's probably where I was supposed to go all along, right? A meteorite. Now that's money, I think. That's valuables. But yeah, I'm debating how much of this, the rest of this game I want to talk about, because obviously we're doing a kind of let's play, I guess, of this, so I don't want to spoil all the ending right now. But at the same time, this game is 3 years old. One of the most widely talked about popular games of our generation, so if you don't know how this game ends, I mean, on the one hand you're probably the ideal person to be watching this playthrough, but on the other hand, how do you not know about the shit that happens in this game? No, you know what? We're going to save it for when it happens. We'll only talk about what's happened so far. So we saw a mysterious robot be born as a humanoid. It then turned up with another one, calling themselves Adam and Eve. Revealed that they had destroyed the aliens.
Alert. Targets are
There we are.
units 22B and 64B, currently designated for detention.
Damn it! I'll kill you!
Fucking bitch. Wait till I get back up there. Knocking me off the rooftop. Now who's higher level, huh? I mean, I was higher level before, I think. That doesn't seem to work very well, because it doesn't actually launch them. It's kind of hard to see what's happening at times. Reminds me of Metal Gear Revengeance. Had a similar problem with.
Damn it! Damn you to hell!
Damn it. Launcher and kick. You can't attack me out with my own counter attack. We killed them.
22B, 64B.
What?
What the hell?
Alert.
She's got 3 souls.
Your Captain 8B, currently wanted for desertion. Proposal. Disable and detain at once.
You did this!
Please, you have to stop fighting.
Shut up! Anything!
Analysis. Unit 8B specializes in close quarters combat. Proposal. Destroy enemy with long-range attacks.
Destroy? What happened to detain?
Nines isn't happy with this. As long as he distracts her, I'll spam her with missiles. That's the battle plan from here. Needs to be further away, don't I? This is the exciting battle I hoped you were all waiting for. Just doing what part revived me. It works though. Can't deny it's effective. What bullshit. That platform counts as... Oh well. I tried to make it more interesting fight and it kicked me out, so we're doing this instead. So how are you? How about that local sports team, eh guys? You know, I was on Manga Reader today, which is like a little manga app you get for the Google Play Store in the UK. She does that deliberately. She runs to a place that will kick me out of the fight. Yeah, oh, just covered. I feel like 9S is getting close to me deliberately. Yeah, I was looking through some of the manga on there. First of all, Berserk, please hurry up. Next part is long overdue. But whilst I was looking through for other things to read, you know, just when you're just glancing through some of the most popular, see if you can find something you recognise that you thought, oh, I always wondered about reading that. I found Blame. I don't know if I understand from some in the community that it's pronounced Blem, as in the sound of the gun. But it's Blame, isn't it? I saw the Netflix version, hearing that it wasn't very good. I actually thought it was okay, admittedly knowing nothing about Blem, so what can I do? And the movie itself seemed fine. Manga's really interesting. I can see why people like it. I think we got her. Yeah, Killy is, he's not guts, but he is interesting.
All units destroyed. Black bubble signals confirmed offline. Mission complete.
We killed them. Our fellow units.
Yeah, we did.
Why the hell did they steal from the Resistance in the first place? You think Anemone might know something to me?
Let's find out.
Yeah, Killy's quite an interesting character. Completely. I mean, it's interesting in the sense that it's all just implied mystery. In the sense that it doesn't explicitly tell you almost anything. It's always just, this is what's happening and this is what we're going to go and do, and hopefully we'll find something out about it. But I don't know, it's good. It's interesting. I certainly hope, and I've heard from other people that this is the case. I hope that it's not a manga that's just going to fizzle out at some point without ever really explaining anything. I can kind of feel reading it that you know, sometimes you get a sense that people are just starting a story, not expecting anything to happen, and then kind of at a certain point it gets popular and they realise, oh shit, I have to make a story now. I get the feeling from Blend that that's not the case, that there is actually a reality behind it. A reality, I mean like a deliberately pre-written story. Or at least pre-thought out story. So I'm going to stick with it. It seems really intriguing. Not a lot in the way of character, obviously, but the art is beautiful. It's the manga, particularly the drawings in the manga, are really, really cool to look at. I'm interested, and again, the concept is cool. Essentially, if you don't know what Blem is, well, you're a soldier stealing from your supplies. This is the first I've heard of it. Huh? I mean, we keep our supplies in multiple locations, but so far as I know, nothing's gone missing. Okay, thank you. How odd.
So it turns out those soldiers didn't actually steal anything. Which means... what? 9S to command. Come in.
Operator 210 here. Go ahead.
It's about the Yoruba soldiers who deserted.
Copy that, 9S. We've confirmed their status on this end.
No, but I mean... the Resistance says that none of their supplies are actually missing. So what's going on here?
I lack access to the data concerning this mission.
Huh?
The order came from the commander herself.
What? Operator, I don't understand.
Be careful, 9S. I have no further information.
Huh? Operator? Operator? The hell is that all about?
Let's go.
But
We're here to fight. That's all.
What a good conversation that you can miss out on entirely if you just don't bother paying attention to the side quests. A little before I go on about Blem again, one of the things I love about the writing in this, the best lines in this game, in a game that is just amazing lines and great dialogue. There is no mediocre or bad dialogue at all anywhere in this game. It's all amazing. But amongst all of it, the very best conversations that happen, the best lines anyway, are silence. One character says something, awaiting a response, and the comms are just dead because it's so real. It's that moment when you're on the other end of a phone line, you've asked someone a question you know they don't know the answer to, or the answer to isn't the answer they want to give you. And you can hear it. You can hear the silence so well.
We know we can find prestigious screws on big bipedal machines, but what about large gears?
let's try the operator again. 9S to operator. We're trying to track down a large gear. Any idea where to start the search?
Why are you looking for... Well, anyway, you can salvage the requested material from smaller machine life forms. Finding one intact might prove tricky, however. The parts easily damaged from the machine housing it is destroyed.
Thanks, operator. That's good to know.
Right. Let's go take out some small.
Straight to the point, as always, 2B.
But yeah, best line the silence. You'll get the best one in. And you know what's the very best one of those where the best line is a silence? The whole conversation is silent. I will point it out for sure when we get there. But it's a conversation you can't hear anything, and yet when there is a pause, it's the most impactful line. A pause in a silent conversation is the most impactful line. It's hard to elaborate on just how good the writing is to make that possible. But yeah, Blem is the core concept if you're not familiar with it. For God's sake. It's just interruption after interruption.
To be here.
The monitoring signal from the new access point has gone silent. I'm sending you the positional data. Please investigate the site as soon as possible.
Understood.
We'll go to that. But core concept of Blem is the world obviously was run by humans. We built machines to help build our cities, build our society, etc. And to the point where they were building cities all entirely autonomously. Those cities then, the computers controlling them kind of take on a mind of their own. Not entirely, but humans control them with something called, is it net access genes or something like that? I can't remember what the name was. But there comes a point where humans no longer have those. And this obviously causes problems. Humans lose control of the huge cities, huge out of control city building thing that they've created. Perfect.
Requested plug-in chip obtained. Alert. The specifications of this plug-in chip are unusual. This chip is a model used exclusively by Yoruba units. There is no reason for a non-Yoruba android to possess it.
Yora only, huh? That's interesting. I'm not doing the fucking speed thing. Let's do the let's go kill the big robot. Yeah, but then the robots that are building the cities autonomously cease to be under human control. The machine regretted nothing somewhere very dark, and essentially consider humans to be pests to be eradicated. Humans, as a result, are hunted near to extinction in the net sphere, as it's called. And the city continues to build itself autonomously. We pick up the story many years after that. No one knows exactly how many. With a character called Killy, who possesses a super powerful gun that can destroy almost anything. He is simply travelling through the by now near endless layers of the city, trying to find a solution to the problem in the form of a human who possesses those genes that were lost and that allows you to control the machines. It's brutal, dark. It's obviously very cyberpunk, futuristic type setting. But it has a lot of the kind of staples of fantasy anime as well. It's not fantasy, obviously, but it's sci-fi as fuck. But just it's very easy to like, even if you're not usually into sci-fi stuff. It's got a lot of aspects to it that are almost horror-like. I believe the manga is fully completed as well. Unlike Berserk, obviously, which is very much ongoing. Can I manually target that at all? Not really. A little bit, but not really. Alright, that instant turn fucked me up a bit there. And yeah, I've read up to about chapter 14 or 15 of it. It's... For a lot of the early story, it seems like the story's going nowhere. Just because it's kind of... Every volume seems to be isolated, as they often are early on in those types of stories. But it quickly picks up into a wider story. But it's one of them where it feels like you're trapped in an RPG world or trapped in a computer simulation or whatever, which you kind of are, but it's real. The computer simulation is not a simulation. It is actually happening. It's a impossibly dire post-apocalypse, and a really interesting take on the robots taking over type thing. Where effectively the computers build their own ideal world, if you like. And it's just a huge computer that's run like a computer. Where foreign elements are considered to be viruses or pests. Actually, the same thing in that sense. Look at Jess. That was a good fight.
Alert. Incoming message from command.
It's the plug-in chip, isn't it?
All units, be on the lookout for a missing Yorha in the city ruins. This unit was in possession of several plug-in chips that contain classified information. I need you to seek out whatever intel you can regarding their current whereabouts and status.
Run. Chips with classified databases.
That's interesting. They're also very clear. What I said before about there being moments when the story establishes itself as one thing and then reveals itself to be something else, and then reveals that reveal to be not what it seems. It also shifts the focus of the story several times in these big story moments. This is Nier, obviously now, not Blem anymore. So I don't have a Blem. I haven't read much of it. I'll tweet my updates as I get further in. It seems really cool to begin with. And somebody showed me a video of PewDiePie, obviously YouTuber, saying it's his favourite manga from when he was a kid. And yeah, I hope I end up liking it, because everything I've read so far is really good. But yeah, it shifts the focus of the story quite a bit. Like, obviously in that first section that we played through, the focus was very much on... Where did these all come from? Oh yeah, Intel Machine Examination. Where's the best place to go from here? Not Pascal's Village, because that's clearly story. Not Parade Escort, because I'm still too weak. I don't know how to get to them. Where are they? Are they underground? I think they're underground, aren't they? It's probably best to go back to... You know, we'll go do that in the desert. It's quite close by. Yeah, the first part of the story that we did, up until the alien discovery that we just found, is very much focused on the robots, the machines. That they're not the big, evil alien army that we thought they were. At least not in the same way we thought they were. Yeah, just double checking there, nothing I haven't already thought of. Sorry. But then this, after you discover about the aliens, you can see already in the side quest we've just done that the focus kind of shifts very heavily onto Yoha and the human side. Sure, let's buy. Let's see what you got. Oh, is it nothing? It certainly is. I might. We're now starting to see some sides of Yora that we maybe don't like. We've seen those robots, those androids, sorry, were executed by us. Told us they stole from the Resistance when they did not. And the operator who told us that clearly knows more than she's letting on, and more than she's allowed to let on, more than she's comfortable letting on. The silence in that sentence that just tells you everything's perfect. Why you ask? No good reason. But I'm sure we'll find some more stuff out of it. Obviously our main goal right now, from that same commander, is to investigate Pascal, who, from what we've seen, appears to be nothing but a kind and generous machine. I'm fast discovering that dark fantasy and dark sci-fi. I never thought... Obviously, I went the wrong way. I totally just went the wrong way. Do I head... Fine, fuck it, we'll go all the way there. We're only running through the desert, it's fine. I'm fast discovering that dark sci-fi and dark fantasy are very much my favourite genre of anything. I haven't read much of Blam, but it's already looking like a candidate for my favourite, among my favourite manga. for dark fantasy are very much dominating what I read most of the time. Berserk, Fate. I mean, would you count Monogatari as dark fantasy? Not really. Has its moments. By and large, it's not that dark. As in Baka Monogatari and Niso Monogatari, etc. Also very Dark Souls-esque. I just realised the level design because I'm thinking about... I just started thinking about then how I was going to get back and what would be the fastest way back. They introduce a fast travel midway through. I hadn't realised that until just now. I mean, obviously I probably realised the first time, but... I don't appear to be able to get to there, do I? I think that's an invisible wall stopping me there. We'll come back later, I suppose. But... I forgot this character existed. Wonder what kind of civilizations do exist here. Yeah. Desert one, probably. But... yeah, kind of Dark Souls-esque. You explore most of the areas of the map. Well, I think we're only maybe half the areas of the map at the minute. And then the bonfires that you found all around suddenly become fast travel points once you've got most of the areas. Am I under attack? I am. Yeah. Can see this. That's nice. Yeah, these are all obviously now become fast travel points. I hadn't realised that. Hence running all the way here is when I could have just teleported. Near the factory housing complex, Pascal's village factory. Oh, the cave is inactive, isn't it? Got the desert camp. It's the closest, I think, to the one I'm going to. I mean, I think on my age group, dark fantasy and dark sci-fi is probably the go-to for most people my age. It's the kind that's still, you know, fantastical and extraordinary, but still manages to be dark. And I mean, did I really just describe? Yeah. Fucking hell. Thought he was. Okay. Yeah. Did I really just describe dark fantasy as fantastical but still managed to be dark? I mean that it's not the realism that I was complaining about earlier. It's still like imaginative and alien to most people. It's a different world that doesn't really exist, but still manages to have a kind of mature feel to it. Not that I need my games to feel mature, but you know what I mean. Like, it has a bit more bite, it has a bit more meat to it, than like I guess a Zelda or a Harry Potter or something that's, you know, accessible to adults, especially the later ones. Zelda has some as well that are more adult friendly, but a lot of it is clearly aimed at kids, and as a result, it's not the deepest in terms of the story that you will find. By the way, deep, I don't mean as in deep as in having a really deep and meaningful story. I mean just amount of stuff to process in it. Torn book. How interesting. Alright, let's go into this completely harmless corridor.
So if we use those numbers from the resistance camp as coordinates, yeah, we're pretty much standing right on top of whatever they're pointing to.
There's a machine cult. I think they're worth 5,000 each. I think the machine weapons use them as upgrade materials as well. But again, I'm not sure. This is pretty much how it looks when I play Bayonetta as well. Just zoom all over the place. The sky-living android saw a machine eating its own kind at a city drowned in green. It's an interesting one you came up with. Gonna have to dodge quick out of this. There we go. It's very berserk. They're mostly battles of attrition in this game rather than battles of skill. Just dodge his attacks when they come, then lay into him with everything you have. And again. Over and over again. I don't mind that though. And you get... it's simple, but it's fun. Especially since big groups of enemies. When you're one-on-one like this, it's less enjoyable. But it's still good.
Analyze this machine.
Huh? What for?
Call it professional curiosity.
Analysis. This machine Mongrels comrades were destroyed.
Yeah.
Driven by that grudge, it lured a resistance member to this location. It then proceeded to destroy him.
Are you saying this thing wanted revenge?
Oh, come on now. That concept is far too complex for a machine.
Nice, after everything we've seen. Do you really believe that?
This corpse. I wonder if it's the resistance member we're looking for.
Yeah, probably.
Let's check his memory. Seems this one came here looking for revenge as well.
I guess the weaker one lost.
I mean... she's not the most comforting. But she's not wrong. Speedstar, Robot Dojo. We're going to retrieve the confidential intel. We'll do it on our way back to the resistance camp. Once we get there, I think I'll call it for the night.
I'm feeling terrible telling that woman what happened to her friend.
It's the truth. She has to know.
No matter what that truth actually is.
Now we're getting into more philosophical questions. Is it better that people are happy or informed, I guess? That makes it sound very one-sided, but you know what I mean. Do people deserve to know the truth? even when that shit's going to hurt them. It's a question we all deal with regularly. We were talking about something similar to this, about lying with my boss the other day, funnily enough. Nothing I'd done, obviously, but a program that was on TV a few nights ago, where they'd asked to do an experiment with a group of people, asking them to go an entire week in their life without telling a single lie. It's amazing how difficult it was for most of them. Even just the little lies that you get through on a daily basis you don't think about. I'm getting a lot of auto-use items. It just increases how much health it gets back, doesn't it? I think. But yeah, if you think about all the little lies that you tell, every untruth that leaves your lips, there's a lot of them. It's hard to imagine what it would be like. Oh man, you really saved my bacon. I'll take those chips from you now. What are we doing, guys? Am I giving him the chips? Yay or nay? What are we doing? We know he's taken them, but clearly the commander's sketchy. I think we'll refuse. You know what? I'm going to hand them over. I get the gravity pod. Next time I meet you, I'll be sure to introduce you to my family. How interesting. The last thing to do on the way back, machine examination and then the caves, so we'll get these done if we can. I was in combat for a second, that's why I couldn't talk. But 53 minutes later, see what you've got. Engels, serial number 110B. Whoa. Manufactured in February of the human calendar year 11,934 AD. First deployment was in August of that same year. Confirmation of current status. It's getting chatty. Requesting confirmation of current status. Well, you're defeated by his androids, that's why you can't move. Probably hand over any classified information you have. Understood. Alright. That was surprisingly easy. It's already been accomplished. My commander is absent. I have no orders to withhold classified information. Yeah, okay. Should not expect much as a combat unit. Yeah. I'm tired, I must rest. That's all for now then. Thank you for saving me. Ah, she saw me looking up her skirt. Not quite what's happening here. Please visit me again. Why? I have nothing to do. Try to see you're bored. There it is. Thanks, DB. Yeah, robot's
What a
bored.
strange machine.
It is rather. I'm not going to bother fighting everything in this cavern again, because there's so many of them. I was going to say, I think as long as I leave them alone, they'll leave me alone as well. But you know what? We'll kill one. I'm so flaky. Auto heal +1. Auto heal, kind of my favourite move. Chip, sorry.
We've got company. Looks like machines.
Alert. Jamming signals detected from enemy units.
Yeah?
That's not good.
Ah. Yeah. Didn't stand a chance. That was clearly an ambush though, so we should probably be concerned that the robots can do that.
Enemy machine life forms eliminated. Access point returned to functioning status.
Bunker to 2B. The signal from the access point just came back online. Good job.
I have some information about that, Commander.
Go on.
The access point went offline because machine life forms were jamming it.
Which means they know that facility is one of our network terminals.
Yeah, but that's not all. While they knew it was connected to our network, they didn't try to destroy it. It's almost like they were trying to lay a trap.
Damn. They're getting smarter by the day. Thank you. I'll be sure to share this with the Council of Humanity on the move.
Understood.
320 XP. Not too shabby. Not too shabby, Alonso, as they say. No, the resistance camp. That's what we want. We have some bad news to deliver. I don't think I've got the trophy yet for looking up 2B's skirt 5 times. I need to do that. I can't be far off though. Can I get the angle to do it here? There it is. Trophy? Come on. There we go. What are you doing? What do you think I'm doing? Getting a trophy. Did you find him or? Gotta tell her the truth, haven't I? Your friend's dead. Oh. He's trying to get revenge against the machine that killed his comrades. He wasn't strong enough and the machine ended up killing him instead. Damn the machines. I'll murder them all. It's okay. We took out the one that killed your friend. You did? Yeah, we did. Which means there's no need for anyone else to go seeking revenge. But what do I do now? I have no one to love and no one to kill. I have nothing. That's not... Come on, Ninus. Look, we'll come back, okay? We'll come back and check on you. Another philosophical question just got paused, didn't it? Can you hear that music? Beautiful is what it is. And I think we'll end it on that song. Thank you very much for watching, guys. It's been really fun. I talked a lot. My throat's going to hurt tomorrow. But I enjoyed this game. I've enjoyed talking, actually. I've enjoyed talking with you. I've enjoyed your company, Joseph, if you're still there, and anyone else who popped in. I will... As I said, I'm going to try to stream on Tuesdays and Fridays. It's going to be awkward to get the time, but I'm going to try. I'm going to keep going with this, but I don't know how often. I'm going to stream probably one night on YouTube and one night on Twitch. I haven't streamed on Twitch in a while. I really need to get back to it. I might stick with Nier Automata every other day or something. Whether it's always Fridays or whether I switch them up every week, I don't know. And then the other day it'll just be something random that I feel like playing. I feel like playing an RTS. I haven't played an RTS in a good while. We Are Billions is apparently pretty good, but I'm hearing some of the updates they did fuck with it, so maybe I'll do that. I don't know. I've got some other games I want to do as well. I've got a bunch of Let's Get Good videos. Not Let's Get Good. There are Let's Get Good videos I want to do when Jess feels better, but before then, got some Otaku Hour stuff. I've got a bunch of anime games I can play. I've got some other little fun stuff too. And I need to Tropico. I've got Catherine recently. I need to play Catherine. I nearly finished Code Vein on my single player, so I'm probably not going to do that. But maybe a kind of quick look at some point. Oh well, hope you enjoyed. See you all next time. Goodbye.